Hi guys, I'm here with a little project prep share for you all. I'm getting ready to go on a trip to Europe and I'm bringing a little album, well, it's actually a journal with me to document my trip. These are all of the items I'm bringing along with me, so I wanted to go through and share them with you all. So the first and main thing I'm bringing is the album itself. I actually purchased this when I was in Italy in 2019, and I'm going back to Italy, a different place, but I thought it'd be fitting to use this journal for that. And it was from this store in the Amalfi Coast in Positano called Tabula, and it's all made with handmade paper. And at the time I was an art student and I was taking paper making classes, so I don't know if you can see, but there's a little watermark that says Amalfi paper, and it's just a really beautifully made book. The only thing is it doesn't have a ton of pages, so for a really long trip I thought it wouldn't be big enough. But we are going for 2 weeks, but we're only going to 2 places in Italy, so I figured it wouldn't be as expansive as doing a tour all across Europe, so I thought this would be a fun and fitting pick. And I pulled inspiration for the rest of my materials from the color scheme on this beautiful cover. So some off reds, yellows, blues, golds, and oranges is the inspiration for the rest of my little faux kit that I've put together. Some tools I'm bringing these couple mild liner highlighters in these few colors that kind of fit with my color scheme. I'm not sure I'll use these. I'm also not sure how they'll react to the paper. I don't want anything to be bleeding through, so I might do a little test of those and then decide if they're gonna work or not. But they thought they might be a fun way of adding a pop of color to the journaling or embellishments. These are the writing utensils I'm bringing. This is just a Uniball Signo Micron 207, basically like a, what is it called, a ballpoint pen that has like ink in it, like wet ink. And then I'm bringing, this is like a random Bic pen. These are the kinds of pens I actually like to write with the most. I just wasn't sure if this would work on the paper. And then I also have a thin Sharpie. So I wasn't sure if this is gonna be, I'm not sure if this is gonna be used on the paper either because I don't want it to bleed through, but it could be used on other embellishments and things like that. I'm bringing some double-sided tape, and I made sure to get one with metal, like a little metal cutter, because in the past I've brought one with a plastic, I don't know what that's called, like a little cutter spot of it, and it doesn't rip the tape. This is supposed to be removable, like repositionable double-sided tape, but I just want to have it to adhere any little embellishments and ephemera of any kind. Then I'm bringing some washi tapes. So I think that these are mostly from the same collection. I think these 3 are from My Mind's Eye collection. I forget what it's called. And then this gold one might be from a different collection, but they're just in the color scheme. This is like honestly amazing how well this one matches the book. So I was excited about that. But these will be fun for adding embellishments or attaching actual things to the page. And then I'm bringing this sticker book. It's really, really thin, so it won't be too bulky in my bag, but it has a lot of the color schemes that I'm going with. So I thought that'd be a perfect addition. And it's obviously travel themed, so it's the Simple Stories Safe Travels collection. I like stickers. It's like a fun and easy way to add to a journal. And then I've created a little ephemera pack for myself. So starting with this, I used a Hero Arts die kit that had little die cutter pieces and then a stamp to go on top to make these little labels. And I just used random pieces of scrap paper that I thought went with my color scheme to make these little labels. Some of them are stamped better than others. I did it pretty quickly, but I thought these would be good for adding dates or locations onto the pages if I wanted them to kind of stand out some more. But I made a bunch of those, so I have quite the variety, and then in different colors of paper. So I have those. And then this is a collection of little ephemera pieces. I have these 2 little tabs, and I think I'm going to separate the places we go to. So I think we're going to 2 cities, maybe 3 cities, but 2 main cities. And these are tabs from Hobby Lobby. They're actually meant to be for planners, but I bought them just to use in my albums. So they both are pretty on scheme for the colors. And then I think these are also from the Safe Travels Simple Stories collection. Most of this ephemera, if not all of it. But there's a little travel tag, location tag, today's itinerary, let's go adventuring, a little like baggage claim, this little flag, and then one that says happy and one getaway. And then I also have these 2 cards that are really old from a cut apart sheet from a 12 by 12. And this one says, all the places you'll go and free to roam. This felt very like Italian to me for some reason. So those will be fun. And then the other thing is I'm going to be doing photos, and in past trips, I've always taken a Polaroid camera with me, but I decided I didn't want to have to carry the Polaroid and all the film. I'm only bringing a backpack. And so I brought just a random Instax photo. It's like my mom sitting on a chair inside of like a Restoration Hardware. But I brought this so that when I know I have a photo I want to add to the journal, I'll use a pencil, which I did not include, but I'm going to bring this pencil and just trace a little rectangle, the right shape out of the paper so that I can journal and embellish around it. And then when I come home, I can use a little Instax Bluetooth printer and print out the photos after the fact. So that way I don't have to worry about film and my film getting exposed and having to take it out before I go through security and carrying it all and all that stuff. So that was my little trick for being able to do the photos but not have to worry about them on the trip. So that way that I don't have to worry about like planning too far. It'll be easy just to trace and save space for the photos. And the only other thing is I want to make sure my embellishments and everything stays in good order, good condition. So I'm taking this random like Hobby Lobby package. I like to save these sometimes for instances like this. And then this is some like heavyweight chipboard kind of stuff that came in a scrapbook.com package. And I just trimmed it to fit inside here. And then I'll stick all the ephemera inside of this. So I've got it all inside there. And I even made another one and I put a little label on it. But I don't know if they both really should go because it's kind of thick. But anyways, that way everything stays flat, nothing gets bent, and it's all protected while I'm traveling because this is all going to be going in my backpack carry-on for the trip. Needless to say, I'm very excited for my trip and equally as excited to be able to document it. I definitely love to travel, but I always get a little bit of itch wanting to be able to be creative and work with my hands on a project. So having something like this is a really fun way to document in a small scale. When I do get home, I will definitely be making a more in-depth album with more scrapbook things in like a formal album. But these little travel journals are something that I really enjoy doing. It's really fun activity on the trip for like train rides, plane rides, downtime, something really fun to look back on that was actually there with me on the trip, and also a really cool thing to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting a little look at what I'm bringing. Let me know if this is something you guys do and what you bring, if you have any essentials, and stay tuned for an end flip through if I am well behaved and get it all done during my trip. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.